Did we all bring our pictures of our lost and found? I thought that was a thing.
I did.
I didn't. It was my assignment, so I didn't.
That's so. Well, we can postpone another week. I almost brought the item,
I totally
but
forgot.
then I didn't want to because I couldn't find a bag. I didn't want to touch it.
We should talk about some runner-ups.
Oh, okay.
One of the runner-ups was a prosthetic leg.
God.
But I don't have that one. I didn't choose that one.
All right, and on that note, welcome back to Tales from the Service Industry. I'm your host, I'm Bill. Tonight we are rejoined by Mike.
Mm-hmm. Hello. Thanks for having me back.
Welcome back.
I didn't know if you were pointing at me or wanting me to pull your finger.
Our listeners won't
Get
see
some
you
good
pointing.
radio. Yeah, I know. Good radio noise.
And as always, Ms. B
Hey guys.
and Liz, the resident deviant.
Hi, team.
So, Mike, it's been a while, man.
Has been a while.
We appreciate you coming, first and foremost.
It's always fun. I usually have to take a couple weeks off just to gather some more information, some more stories. 'Cause it's always a solid journey. Come back and usually just whatever creams to the crop or goes to the top is said. And then you guys are like,
Did you
oh
mean to
my
rhyme
God. No,
right there?
no.
Oh, that was good.
He's
That's
a poet,
just
did
so-
you know it?
You're definitely not.
I know.
The episodes that you've been on have been some of my favorite and ones I've laughed like the hardest. So you're gonna have to tell me, have you had any flying blow up ladies recently?
No, we have not any flying bullet.
Wow. Okay, that's
Okay.
good.
But we did have something fall though.
Okay.
Okay. So
Are we getting right into it?
Oh,
Yeah.
we're jumping in.
We're
There you
jumping.
go.
I love it.
I've had a crow's nest. Crow's nest is literally crow's nest right in front of my
Like
sign.
the bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huge. It's probably, I think the specialist told me it's probably about 12 to 13 inches in diameter.
Wow.
It's a large nest, right?
Big ass bird.
Oh,
And so-
the nest, not the bird.
And so I scheduled to have it taken down
I was
by...
thinking like the wingspan of the bird.
No, the nest.
Oh, that's huge.
It's
Okay.
Yeah.
huge nest. So call a specialist to take care of the nest.
Okay.
He in turn calls the county because it is a bird's nest. It's protected.
What?
All right? Yep. So they both come out here. It is on the sign, so it's obviously about 40 feet in the air.
Okay.
Right above the porte-cochere.
Right.
You can access it a little bit closer from the second because you can hop on the porte-cochere's roof. and
Okay.
Possibly reach it, but you're still
How
a good
did-
solid 30 feet.
How did y'all like scope this out? How did you see it for the first time? Or did you see the crow like flying around?
Indications were their poop.
That'll do it.
Everywhere.
Okay, that was kind of dumb.
Everywhere.
Gravity works.
And the mess. And also... The amount of sticks that would fall there, they were billing this thing. I was like, those guys
Okay.
solid bill. So anyway, literally, we're both staring at this. The guy from the county's like, we can't take this nest down.
What?
Yeah, could have eggs in it, could be protected.
So carry it.
I was like, so these birds go to the bathroom all the time. Like,
And they're saying you have to just like keep them there?
yeah,
It's not a protected bird. That
I
doesn't
know.
make sense.
They're scared to hurt
No,
the
you have
nest.
to have someone staffed, ready to clean at all points of day and night.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Increase your payroll budget. There you go.
And right after the specialist, the guy who's going to schedule to knock it down, goes, well, at least we care about the birds.
Oh my
Out
God.
of right field comes, got it! And it just drops. And just splatters everywhere.
Stop. Wait, the nest?
Yeah.
So who says
So it
got
was an
it?
accident?
An act of God.
My workers devised a little stick to stick up there
Oh
and
my
knock it down on the segment.
God.
They're on the roof, or they're on the porte-cochere's roof
Yeah.
to knock it down.
In front of the specialist?
Yeah. And I was like, is that against the law? He's like, no, it's down now. He goes, but
So now I can remove it because
yeah.
it fell.
He saved me a whole bunch of money.
Oh
All right,
my
all right.
gosh.
I will say, though, an all disclaimer, because I don't want to get any in trouble here, no birds or eggs were harmed in the harnessing of doing these motions.
So there wasn't eggs in
No,
it?
there was nothing in it. It was just a
Oh.
nest. There was probably birds flying in and out of it because of the mess, but there was nothing else in there.
Okay, well that's good.
I don't know if you guys know birds' nest that well, but I'm not kind of Navy.
I'm an expert.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
There's a lot that goes into those nests from when they get that large. So there was just branches everywhere.
Oh my god.
It looked like a tree fell.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
A
whole
12-foot net.
It was everywhere, yeah.
12-inch.
Heck no.
It was huge. It was probably like this big, like 12, 13 inches.
Oh my
12 foot
gosh.
diameter.
What ruler are you
So-
using?
I know,
That's
it's
like,
probably about-
that's like
probably
a
about
good
that.
16.
Is
No,
it?
I was going to say that's like 24.
Okay, hold your hands up. How big was it?
Like how the man says it's just a larger.
Size doesn't matter.
Okay, so I have
What
another
about this?
serious question.
That's
That's 16
at
maybe?
least, That's at least 20 inches across.
20
I was
inches.
going to say 18 to 20.
20 inches.
Fair
yeah.
enough. But now we need to also include, instead of just a lesson on commas and decimal points, we need to talk about units of measure.
Yeah, we do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have another serious question. I think we both work in a similar area.
Yes.
A really fun area. How many individuals do you have to deal with on a daily basis getting them to stop going to the restroom in or around your property?
Homeless. We're talking about homeless?
Yeah.
I'll say it.
Realistically, the number's probably about 5 to 10.
A day?
But the biggest thing ever is that I solved the issue.
How did you solve it? I'm still dealing with this.
Took off the handle and installed a lock to it, so now you have to get the key from the desk.
That's okay.
Wait, do you have to ask for the key or ask
Well,
for the
because you work at a much
code?
larger hotel than mine, so it's smaller.
Them going in the bathrooms are not our biggest problem.
No.
So,
In the bushes?
So
what are your number 1 and number 2 biggest problems?
So this was literally, I think this was last week. I am leaving the hotel, and this happens constantly. I'm leaving the hotel. I'm pulling out. So there's like a stop sign, right? And I'm just watching traffic go by, waiting to make a right turn. But on my left-hand side, directly next to me, is my hotel. And I'm kind of just waiting for the traffic to stop, but I see like a movement. And so I look, and there's someone climbing into the bushes of my hotel. And I immediately like look at them, given the glare, and I roll down my window and I said, "You need to get out of the bushes, out." And she looks me dead in the eyes and says, "No." And then I'm like, "Excuse me?" She's like, "I gotta take a And my mouth is completely agape. And I'm like, "Well, you can't do it here. Like, you need to go somewhere else." And she's like, "No, I don't, let me." And while she's saying this, she's now behind the bush, so I can only see like chest and up. She is taking a squat, pulling down her pants, and just yelling at me while taking in my bush. And yeah.
That's quite the multitask.
It was actually in a different area, but very similar, okay? So I basically created a huge fit because my lawn was dying on my hotel, okay, care-wise. So I got a hold of the guy.
No.
It's kind of hard to get hold of.
Is this where I think it's going?
So he wants to test out all the sprinklers. He thinks they're broken.
Okay.
So I go behind the dumpster area just to remind all the homeless that do use it for a bathroom. And I was like, "Hey, guys, you guys got to go." They're like, "Kiss off!" As they're, pooping and going on stuff like that. And I was like, "Okay, well, guys, this is..." And all of a sudden it just starts spraying everywhere, water. Sprinklers flying everywhere.
Yeah.
So their restroom is now closed.
It was flooded, yeah. I tried warning them, to be honest. Disclaimer. Nothing bad happened.
See, I'm heartless. I said we should set up like one of those motion detector ones because, like I said, it's a serious problem in our bushes that we have someone who's the groundskeeper, right? That's basically his entire job is picking up human excrement.
My anti-vagrant hack from one of my hotels was we reprogrammed the sprinklers to come on like every 4 hours for like 2 minutes.
I love that.
Yeah.
Just gets everything wet and makes everything very uncomfortable, and they just drifted off to other hotels.
I might take
By
that
flotation device or inner tube?
Well, I mean,
Not that much water.
Yeah, not that much.
you don't want to squat in a wet lawn, I guess.
I can't imagine.
Depends on how
Climb
hot
through
it is
some
outside.
wet bushes.
Yeah,
Shoot. No.
But did you were waiting for like the traffic light to go and you just had your window rolled down yelling at this woman?
No, I rolled it down to yell at her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what'd you do? Was she done with her business when like the light turned green?
No. So she was just still back there by the time the light turned green. So as I'm driving away, I call my chief engineer and I'm like, "Hey, you need to send someone out to the bushes." This is like a common occurrence. It's most places around us, like, their doors are locked. Like the coffee shop across the street, they like have signs posted, and I think it's supposed to be a policy of theirs. They're supposed to just let everyone use the restroom. They have signs that say restrooms are closed, so that they just don't let people in. I do feel bad in that, I don't know where else for them to go. But I mean, bushes, man, bushes.
Yeah.
If that's our best option, I guess you're like kind of covered.
Go to the
But yeah.
public park, not my hotel.
But a lot of places will put like the code, and you have to like embarrassing. I even get shy, like asking like, "Hi, can I have the code for the bathroom?" I get embarrassed asking.
I don't. I say, "Need it now," as I'm holding a screaming toddler.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have that problem.
We used to have at a hotel, a person was going to the bathroom in the stairwells.
Oh yeah,
That sucks.
that
Just
does.
walks out like, "Oh man, a dog, please."
Right? No, we have it currently in our elevator, like our garage elevator. So it's like you get it. It's horrible. And people just do that.
How do they get in the garage elevator?
You don't need a key. It's just you walk into the parking structure and you go into the elevator.
And they take a dump there.
It's mostly pee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Should we blame the men on that one?
Oh, definitely going to blame them on that one.
All right.
We don't see any funnels in there, so.
Hey,
Funnels.
based on the stories that Allie shared, it could be a woman.
It could.
Yeah, that's true. The accuracy, though, just hitting the wall.
Oh.
If it's just like ground puddle, yes, woman. But if there is anything like high up on the wall, like waist level, I don't know.
I mean, I can't say I stare too closely at it, but I still want to blame men on that.
Why put your limitations on that?
So speaking of the rarey deer, to kind of go off of that story is I actually had somebody who was fixing a car outside the back of my hotel.
Okay.
And had to look twice at this one. Wasn't wearing any pants.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because that's the way we like to
She's
fix our cars.
Yeah, by duct tape too. So I didn't realize she was wearing pants until I got really close, and I was like, "Hey, do you need help?"
Woman. Okay.
Stood up, and lo and behold, she actually had a tail behind her too.
The tail.
Yep.
I don't get it.
Butt plug.
Like a removable tail?
What? Is this
Oh,
real life?
Oh, that is real life.
Like a furry tail?
Yep, like a furry tail.
Okay.
Like a furry tail.
Not a fairy tale.
No.
Furry.
Furry.
Was she? I'm guessing no undies, nothing.
Wait, you
No,
have
nothing.
You have
Yeah.
photo evidence
Yeah, I
here
got the
for
photo
us.
evidence.
No
Yep.
way. I'm actually scared.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to
Find
see
it, but yeah.
this.
She stood up straight up. She's just like, "No, I don't need help." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
No, you do.
I'm like,
You
"Oh,
do need
God.
help,
Oh,
but nothing I can
Lord.
provide you
oh,
with.
Lord. But yeah, it was.
How about we make some pants out of that duct tape?
Yeah. But she was
Seriously.
fixing her vehicle with duct tape?
Yes, she was.
That's one way to do it.
It's one way to do it.
Arkansas Chrome.
Oh, Arkansas. That's it. But yeah, that's one really surprised me because I was not ready for it. I should have looked, but you know me, always jumping in action.
I think you saw enough, Mike.
Yeah, I think I did see that. Should have seen when I was walking into that one. Oh my gosh, can't find the picture, but yeah, that happened.
No,
So
you have
good
to
luck
find the
is-
picture.
Oh, it's coming. It's around here somewhere.
He showed it to me. I saw the receipt.
He's got it.
I think Miss B needs to see it.
Yes, she does.
I'm
There
scared.
we
Do
go.
I?
Yeah, you do.
No, it's not that bad.
I
It's
had
not
to.
that bad.
Crazy. I was just like, oh, okay. This happened. No,
Because
you
I'm
know,
just visualizing something in my head, so it probably can't be worse than that.
probably not, I would assume. But
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
hey, I shared my story.
Ca-Caw.
But we got more ones. It's mean.
It's like a bird in here or something. Did the crow follow you?
The crow followed me.
That's funny.
The crow followed me. Jerks.
So is that
Through
the
all this-
craziest thing that happened to your hotel recently?
No, we've had others. Oh, I
Says
had.
it so nonchalantly. No, that
Yeah.
was nothing.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't have surprised me, but it did just because I wasn't ready for it. I thought
Yeah.
I was just trying to help her out. But how do you not have pants on? That's insane, right?
I mean,
Miss
I've
B-
definitely seen some crazy ass shoot at our hotel.
But Miss B, personally, have you ever gone in public like without pants on?
No.
Intentionally?
Intentional.
Intentionally or non-intentionally. No. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how intoxicated I am. I don't think I've ever just walked out commando.
Or do you think someone has you've worn like a long shirt or short dress?
I'm sure it may have looked like I wasn't wearing pants, but I definitely was. Like shorts and a long shirt or a sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a tail?
There is a tail.
A furry
That is
tail?
a
Furry
furry
tail.
long tail.
She is fixing her vehicle.
You know the story is they're always like call girls that wear this stuff. I mean, I'm not one to throw mine in the morning time, but it looked like she was all about it at.
Your call girl?
But for the listeners, it's I think it's an oversized hoodie.
That she's wearing. Oversized hoodie,
Well,
no
because
pants,
she-
and a tail.
Because she
Got it.
threw. The only reason is she threw her arms up like she was frustrated.
And
that
you
I
saw
asked her-
hoo-ha.
Yeah. Oh, everything. Yeah.
Oh, you saw the
That's
cookie?
that's what threw me
Goodness
off. I'm like, oh,
gracious.
So no photo evidence of that, but
no. Because
You're-
I used to
it
take
is-
pictures because it's probably going to wind up the police at some moment in time.
yeah.
And the
But it's
fact that I walked
engraved
over
in
there.
your brain.
Yeah, forever.
I'm always having to deal with the police. I know them way too much and talk to them way too much. They call me for a case every other day. I swear, it's just so annoying. Yep, I feel you.
Yeah, they usually roll in deep.
Okay, I'm going to jump in here.
Yeah, go.
Since Mike touched on the topic of prostitution and service workers. So last night, I come in this morning to a recap that I thought was kind of funny.
Oh my gosh, did you print a shift report?
Maybe.
That's amazing.
quite.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Good for you.
This looks like an official work document that then lived in your backpack for the rest of the day.
Quite possibly.
Read it, read it, read it.
So,
Does it start off? It was slow, but
It was
Overnight.
17
No,
pages
okay.
later.
easy night until.
yeah. We can talk about that later, but yeah, I love those too. No, this one. So, 2 females came to the front desk at different times around 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. last night asking if any of our guests needed their services.
No way.
And then
Just
they came
that bold.
They solicited the front desk.
You never know.
and then came back shortly after with some mails. They took off after they were confronted by security because they were told that we did not accept cash. So they left. Shortly after, 9 police cars were spotted directly outside the hotel at the adjacent property.
Wow.
They just went across the street.
Yeah, all said people involved with the 9 police cars.
Wait, they were
Wow.
early trick-or-treaters.
Well, the trick part. I see what you did there.
Could have been tamale makers. Do you want some more stuff? Yeah. That's right.
It's just in my trunk over here.
I just love the fact that like the prostitutes are coming in asking if any of the guests need service.
Can I see this?
It's 2023. They got they got their own website for reviews up.
That is funny. That is so funny.
Wrong kind of service workers.
Overnight, literally the craziest stuff like always happens. Every overnight shift I've ever been stuck on has been like a shift from hell. Listeners might not know, but the people in this room do, that I had to do an overnight shift this last Sunday. So Sunday to Monday because of a call out. And it was the worst shift ever. Not for my usual reasons. So you guys remember the last time I did one, I had my stories because I had to keep kicking that guy out.
Yes.
So that was
When you
my
were
last
training?
Yep. So and I was just trying to train. So this one, I wasn't doing any training and I didn't at all remember it in my training, but I was just there holding down the desk.
At least you admit it.
Oh, absolutely. I wrote an email and was like, the minimal training I previously had is gone. It is not in my brain anymore. And I did my best.
Did you apologize to your like accounting department?
I bought her a sweater. So yeah.
Nice. Good grovel.
So I am just dreading this night on shift. I had a really long weekend and I drive to work and I forgot about who was in the hotel. I pull up and I'm sitting in my car and I look and I see a ginormous tour bus. And then I remembered that we had a group checking in that day that sales predicted was going to be a nightmare. And I was going to be there during their one night.
Your night audit.
And I was just in my car being like, "God damn it, I just turn on it," like cursing and just
Wait,
upset.
how was that?
Gosh darn it.
Can we get that one more time for the people in the back?
Yo! But so I'm literally in my car so upset. I like texted my friends. I was telling them like, gosh darn it. And so I
don't want to do this.
And so I gather my strength and my tears and I walk into work. And just as I had expected, I asked like the desk team, I'm like, how have they been? They're like, they're horrible. They're horrible humans. They're so rude. And I'm just like, oh, I'm so excited. And so they all straight up dip at 11. They're just out.
Wait,
and
sorry to interrupt. Can you allude to like who it was at all?
I guess I can for you guys.
Just a little bit.
So
Come on, we're all family here.
it was
around the dinner table. Come on.
It was a large music group whose type of music they create is rap. And they are an older music group. So they're not like the people who were talking about them. I had no idea who they were, but apparently they were relevant at some time. But to some people, they're still relevant. And these people sure thought of themselves as relevant. So they were that group and then all their posse and their friends. And it was 2 full tour buses. 2 full tour buses. They took up like majority of the hotel.
How many people can fit in a tour bus?
50.
50? Okay, so 100 people.
A lot of people. And they just, it was a nightmare. So I get in there, desk agent stuff like dipped because they said it was awful. And I couldn't even start night audit stuff pretty much my whole shift because I would go into the back because like all the stuff saved on the back computer.
Do you want to allude to the room block situation?
I had asked the sales manager when like she was telling us. So she told us this group was going to be happening because it was a last minute group on Friday and they were supposed to be arriving Sunday. I said, hey, can we like pre-block them all on the same floor? Because she said they're partiers and I didn't want it to like disturb other guests. And she's like, yeah, we could try to do that. So I come in Sunday. all the desk agents have left. And I'm like, just tell me they're all on the same floor. And they're like, no, they're not. They're scattered throughout the entire hotel. I'm like, great, let's do this.
Can't isolate all your smoking complaints to just one floor.
They took the problem was they took a lot of suites, and there's only 2 suites on every floor.
Yeah.
So they're everywhere. And then they were just scattered throughout because I think at that point it's just moot.
Let me guess. Your salesperson that booked it didn't Google who the group was.
No, she knew, and she was
Ooh.
cringing. She's like, I'm really sorry. This is going to be a problem.
Then why did she take it?
We needed the business on a Sunday.
And if you're selling like
A lot of heads and beds.
a good amount of sweets too.
Yeah. I mean, it was a decent piece of last minute business, and the month is struggling.
Book it.
Yep.
As an aside,
Yeah.
there was a concert that I went to that featured that band or that group. This is a bunch of years ago when they were legitimately hot.
Okay.
So they were the last act. They
Okay.
came out on stage and they got super combative with the crowd. The
What?
crowd walked.
What?
Now, it was a small venue.
Sounds really accurate. These sounds like the people I was dealing with.
It was a small venue that only sat 5,000 people.
Only.
And
Small.
basically what happened was when they came out on stage, they were lit. They were messed up.
Again, sounds accurate.
And they said something, and I don't even remember what it was, but they said something to the crowd, and somebody in the crowd threw a water bottle on the stage.
Yikes.
They picked up the water bottle. They started yelling back at the crowd that whoever threw that effing water bottle, you do it again, and
We're out.
And at that point, hundreds of water bottles got thrown at the stage.
I love that.
And the crowd turned around and started to leave. And
Oh
when I
my
say started
God.
to leave, I don't mean like they were trickling out. I mean like
Mass
literally
exodus.
hundreds of people every minute leaving the venue.
I love that.
And you were in the crowd?
Yeah, well, we were in.
He stayed.
No,
Just
at
him.
At the time, we were in the beer garden, which is in kind of like the back of the venue. So we could not exit immediately. It's kind of like being in the last row of
Yeah.
the plane, right?
Yeah.
But
You just had to chill and keep drinking and watch like
well, yeah. I paid for that $15 beer. I'm going to drink it, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
So we're sitting there finishing our beers, and literally within 15 minutes, 2,000,
Empty.
2,500 people already gone.
That's amazing.
They ended up stopping the set.
that's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Yeah, so this group was not fun to deal with, and I was the only one there with my security officer. So I am trying, again, keep in mind my spaces. I'm like, oh my God, what did I learn in my last night on training? I'm like racking my brain, trying to do things, but they won't stop coming to the desk every 2 seconds. None of them could keep a key to save their life. They needed a new room key. I swear, just every single one of them needed a new room key at least twice. And
Next time they book, make their room keys, punch a hole in it, put it on a lanyard for them.
oh, I should have done that.
Yeah.
That's genius.
They're gonna lose them anyway.
Yep,
I know.
probably. But so,
They'll pass it to the left.
right?
No,
That's funny.
left.
So
No,
I
no,
was
left. Sorry.
So I was like making them new room keys every 2 seconds, trying to do the night audit, and then they kept coming in bus loads. So they weren't like all there at once. A lot of them came earlier, but then they're coming in like increments. And I guess, some people are still setting up or tearing down or whatever because they had a show. And every time a new bus load came, they had so much stuff. It was like they were moving into the rooms. So many bags, so many boxes, like just so much. So they were using all of our luggage carts. By the time I got there 11, there was no luggage carts. So my agents told me they all took them and they're in their rooms because we've done a sweep of the floors. There's no luggage carts on the floors. They have the carts in their room. So then these people of the same group are coming with all this stuff and they're yelling at me because we don't have luggage carts. And I said, your group has them in their room. I'm sorry, but they're the ones that are doing this. We only have so many luggage carts. So I got yelled at for luggage carts. And then I got these not so cute girls. I'm sorry, not so cute girls. Were coming up to the desk trying to get keys to rooms that didn't have their names on them and was like, seriously, like that's my, and I was like, I don't know who you are. I don't know who they are. I'm not giving you a key. Throwing temper tantrums. Then the guys coming up getting all irritated with me. And I was like, this is for your safety. And them giving me, it was just the whole night was just being given a hard time. And then the worst of them comes up. There's this guy in an all orange, bright frickin' orange, sweatpants and hoodie. And he's holding a bottle of tequila in one hand and a bottle of vodka in the other. And he comes up and he just won't stop giving me a hard time. And we lock our restrooms at night because all public areas are closed. You're supposed to go to your room. He comes up, he's like, hey, I need to use the restroom. I was like, oh, okay, there's one located in your room. All the restrooms down here are locked. And he's like, seriously? And I was like, yes, all public areas are closed, so we would actually prefer that you congregate in your room because this area is closed. And he was like, you're probably just lying to me, aren't you? And I caught me off guard. I'm like, why would I lie about that? And I told him, I was like, you can feel free to go check, but I'm not lying. And he's like, oh, well, can you at least get me a luggage cart? And I said, your group has all of the luggage carts and they're in their rooms because they have not bring them out. Well, then could you at least get a bellman or something to help me? And I said, sir, it is 3:30 in the morning and there is no bellman on. I said, it's you and me. And I said, and I have a security guy. Well, can at least he come and help? I said, I will absolutely request him to come and help you. So he's just being so combative with me. So much so, like, I hadn't even called my security guy yet. And he was up there at the desk. And I'm like, how did you know? And he said he was actually on his lunch break and he was watching the security cameras and could tell they were giving me a hard time. So he came up from his lunch break because he could tell I was getting frustrated and they were giving me a hard time. And then so he's like, what do you need? Come on, let's go. Like, trying to get them away from the desk. And then while still dealing with that, we have like a market gift shop. We put like this big barrier there overnight so people don't sneak in, grab something and leave. And we tell them they have to go to the front desk to ring it up. I saw someone push this giant barrier to the side and was in there. So while he's still dealing with that in front of me, I go to the right and I'm like, sir, what are you doing? This area is closed. If you'd like something, you have to come to the front desk and I can ring it up for you. He's like, oh, no, it's fine. I'll grab it. I'm like, no, that's not what I said. I will grab it for you. I need you to leave. He's like, all right, 1 second. So he's not listening to me. He goes into the beer fridge. He takes out like 4 beers. And I'm like, sir, you need to put those back. And he's like, why? And I said, you cannot buy beer at 3:30 in the morning. It is closed.
God, why not?
And he's like, what? Why? And I said, it is literally against the law to serve beer after 2 o'clock. And he looked at me and says, that's ridiculous. I've never heard of that. You're making that up.
Fun sucker.
And I'm like, I'm just blown away. I'm so irritated. I'm tired. I haven't slept. And I'm looking at him and I said, are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Like all my professionalism was just like out the door. I said, are you serious right now? And he's like, yeah. And I said, put the beer back. And I said, it is California state liquor law. We cannot serve any alcohol past 2 a.m. And he's like, well, I've been in California a lot. How come I've never heard of that? And I said, I don't know. But while you've been here, have you gone to any bars? Yeah. I said, what time do they close? Pause. 2. Why do you think that is? Oh, well, I never thought of that. And I'm like, okay, put the beer down. And then this proceeded to happen with other individuals trying to come in and take my beer. And I'm like losing my mind.
I would have just probably pulled all the beer from the fridge.
I
Can
would.
you
It's
guys
a
lock your
lot.
cooler?
If you had a second to, you probably would have.
And
so-
then there's so much alcohol in it. It would have taken me forever to get every little thing out.
No,
They're all
screw
little
that.
pieces.
Y'all need to fix that.
So on top
Okay.
of the tour, like a tour and travel group.
Okay.
So very similar, but not of the same era. These guys are just here to see the area we live in.
Sightseers.
Why?
gotta
So
tourist.
this was
Why?
so to give a backstory in this one, yeah.
They came to see dirt.
Yeah.
Pretty much. No, this is a different area. So to give you a backstory on this general manager, who's probably the most craziest general manager I ever had. He was
Is his
he's
name
probably-
Bill?
No. It is not Bill.
Go on.
That hurt.
So
It's like
there's no way
right
he's probably
there.
listening. He's been retired for years, but the guy was insane. He was originally from New York, and he had a temper tantrum problem. He would go crazy
Sounds like fun.
if you're he was an HR nightmare. He would call you out. He would tell women to get makeup on themselves, like cut their nails. Men, like if you had a facial hair, he'd go off on you in the middle of nowhere. So we have this brand new tour and travel group. We're trying to get different type of clientele in the group, and they have a buffet.
Okay.
Okay, so he comes in. It was normal routine around 10 o'clock, smoking in the lobby.
No
Smoking. Not lying.
way.
Yep, he used to do it all the time.
Your GM?
Oh, my GM. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yep. He walks right up to the desk as I'm walking with this guest from the tour and travel group. He's going nuts.
Oh, God.
He's like, oh, my God, this effing buffet, it smells like garbage. He goes, what is this stuff? Looks like green slop on here. It just reeks. He goes, what are we coming to? And I'm like, sir, we're going to have some problems. The guy right here, he's part of the tour group, and his face just turned red because you could hear everything he said.
Oh, God.
And I was like, but he only speaks Mandarin. Do we have a translator? And he's like, we don't have one.
So the breakfast is culturally oriented?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Culture oriented.
Oh, that's funny.
It actually was a really good breakfast, but it was just how he was. He was very adamant, and in the
This
morning
guy
time
would
specifically.
sound like he'd be so entertaining to work
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
I can't say
He
a
really
long-term, like, but
No.
entertaining.
He really wasn't, because he was mean. He understood the hospitality industry, but he was very one-sided, and his management style was just to call you out. You're always nervous.
Oh,
you're irritated
okay, that
because
doesn't
he
sound
didn't call
like
you out.
fun.
No. But he spent a lot of time in the office. He really did. He wasn't one to move around or anything. This was a full-service property.
Was he
Yikes.
good with guests?
Could you imagine?
He didn't really ever deal with guests. He would get in around
That's
10.
why I'm asking.
He would get in around 10 o'clock, and he would usually leave back around 3.
Oh, nice. I want those hours.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that sounds entertaining as heck.
But yeah, there
but I
was
can
been that.
imagine
I just
that
felt
breakfast
bad. I was
had
like,
like
bad
a-
if he heard that. Like, it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
bad
yeah.
because it's a good breakfast. It was
Yeah.
very well thought out, but like,
But it could be a strong smell.
it was, yeah. It's like I said, you just got to get used to it because
Not
culturally we just aren't used to it. And because it was
smell
him,
like
who was
eggs
like,
and bacon.
yeah.
Like,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, quick go back. So remember how I told you I didn't buy a sweater?
Yes.
Oh.
One member of that group who was actually a nice human, he asked me, he's like, would you mind helping me? And like, ask nicely. And I'm like, of course. You ask nicely, whatever you need. So I'm helping him lug, and I was helping him store his stuff for the next morning so he didn't have to bring it up to his room. And he was so grateful. And he's like,
Oh, that's nice of you.
yeah. And he's like, would you happen to want a sweater? I'm like, no, I'm okay. Like, I was like, not my cup of tea. And he's like, are you sure? And then I thought about it, and I remembered my accounting girl loves them and wanted to come in on a Sunday just to see them.
What?
So I was like, oh, she's going to be the one cleaning up my mess. So I'm going to get her one. And I was like, actually, yes. I need that. So when the night
So
on
you
it
got
was
like
a
a
mess.
free hoodie or crew neck?
Got a free hoodie.
Oh, nice.
And I left it on her desk with a, sorry, thanks for fixing my mess. And then she was more than happy to fix my mess. And
So,
she
like-
went around showing off that sweater all day
Oh,
long.
that's cute. But like ours is like in your car, right? Because you got sweaters for
Oh,
your pod co-host.
I'm so sorry, guys. I only got one for the person who cleaned up my mess.
It's the only reason I showed up to this day.
I heard there were sweaters.
cut the cord. We're done.
All right. That's a wrap.
It actually was really good. To piggyback off of that, we actually had a country singer show up, really nice. And so the woman working at the desk really recognized this country singer, and she was nervous about what to say.
Aww.
Yeah, and so I said to him, and he's like, "Oh no, I know how to take care of it." I was like, "Could you go and say hi to her?" Because she's like shy, and she didn't know what to say. So I went up to her, and I was at the desk while he was with her, and he goes, "You obviously know who I am." He goes, "If you can name a song, I have a guitar. I'll play that song."
No.
Shut up.
She was like, the brain fart. I'm like, oh god, at this moment in time, I can remember one here. She like literally riddled off the whole album. She got a song, and
Okay.
sure enough,
They
he went and
played?
got- Yep. Well, he played. He played the song.
That is amazing.
He was pretty spot on. He didn't think that. He's like, I'm a pretty older country singer, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really nice to hear that.
Yeah.
And he gave guitar picks to the whole crew.
Oh, that's
It was
That's
really nice. Like, it was
amazing.
really nice. He didn't have to do that.
I don't get many nice celebrities, so that's cool.
He was really nice though. He's like, I'll take it from here. He's like all about it. He like
That's so
he was
sweet.
marching
he
towards the-
wanted to like interact
Yeah,
with the
he
fan.
did. Yeah, he was super excited. I was like, yeah.
Did
she's
everyone
like
get
doing-
photos?
Most of the front desk staff actually knew who he was,
That's
and he's actually
crazy.
mainstream.
Most of them won't stop by the desk. Like, we had really famous ones. They don't even.
Someone
you
else
never
checks
see
in.
them.
He was all.
for
He
them.
didn't even leave the desk. He actually's got a room on the first floor to help one of his crew because he has a hard time walking.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
what a
talk
nice
about
human.
That's so
You know,
sweet.
I guess
Than the garbage I've gotten.
I know.
the
But you know,
garbaging.
speaking of nice humans, we should take a quick little pause here because we have a nice human who
I've
has
been staring at
shared
this.
items with us to be opened
Yes.
at the pod.
A listener gift.
Wow.
By us.
I'm so excited because I've been staring at this box and these scissors,
Yeah.
and I've been wondering what
I'm
it was.
super excited that you brought it.
Well, we didn't really. I mean, Bill and I gave a little backstory, but Miss B didn't get the backstory. Okay, should I open this box?
Wait. So what is this? Who is this from? Do we know? It's not ticking.
No, it's not ticking.
It's not ticking.
Okay.
It's from
Any-
probably our most dedicated listener.
Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you, listener.
You mean the number one talk crap radio show? Doesn't have to worry about bomb threats.
our mail has to be very carefully
From
inspected.
this listener, no, I don't think she would.
It's not meowing, is it?
Threaten my life.
Eat crap, love the homeless.
Dude, these scissors are pretty sharp. I'm like kind of scared.
Yeah, I
Please
know.
don't cut yourself.
You asked for scissors. I give you the best.
We don't. The medic.
I need the child scissors.
Rounded tip.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Well, okay, this is funny.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Just keeps going
Tiny bottles of vodka.
in a lot of straws.
No, but there's-
A lot of straws.
Wait.
Okay, if you
1,000
guys-
Are there
straws.
500?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh god.
Okay.
These are a lot
There's
of.
our
Whoa,
hundred-
no, these are more.
150. Oh my god, another 100.
This is so many straws.
Oh my god, another 100.
And so many boozes.
Okay,
we're gonna have a good night.
For our listeners, if you don't understand this joke, you need to go back and listen to the episode titled 500 Straws for Christmas. We will go ahead and post a photo.
Oh
of
my gosh. Should we put all these
you go.
in?
all of the straws we received from this phenomenal listener.
And booze.
This is ridiculous.
Oh my God. This listener's amazing. 1800 is my fave.
Is it really?
Not sponsored. 1800 tequila is my fave.
Please tell me there's Tito's.
Yes, there is.
Hey!
Are we going to take a shot on this show? That's what we're doing.
Wait, what are these straws? Where can you find these?
Bamboo straws?
Reusable bamboo straws. Do you dishwash these? Are these
Look at
dishwasher
this.
safe?
Guys,
is
every
hilarious.
alcohol is sponsored here. Fireball.
Oh, I don't like Fireball.
Would you like to give a little background?
No, I would
should
just say I would just say go listen to the episode. But yeah, you can fill them in on the background. It's a great story.
All I will say is Liz has a straw.
Yes, I do.
I have a straw problem. These are big shots. Like
know-
these little nibs are more than a shot.
Yeah.
Liz,
We have the best fans ever.
you may have you may have a straw addiction, but at the moment you don't have a problem.
This is
You-
3
you've
steps
got-
away from
you've
therapy.
got
The problem
straws-
is now solved.
you got straws till
Definitely
like
therapy.
2025.
Oh my God.
Do you think? Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 350. I mean, these 4 things are 500 straws right there.
This is 120 in my hand.
Oh my God. So 520 plus another 100. So 620 straws. I think that'll, 2025. That was a good guess.
You know what I like the most about all of
I'm
this?
so excited. The booze.
No. Yes, but no. I like the assortment. There is a veritable
many different
cornucopia
kinds of
of straws.
Okay, these
looks
are
like-
like cocktail straws.
It looks
You've
like they
got-
went to multiple different stores to get all these straws.
Oh, these are solid,
Yeah.
flexible straws. This looks like a chocolate milk or a smoothie on the front.
I love the patriotic straws.
These are
That say
these
party.
are really good. Like either soda, water, iced
Would
coffee.
they say anything else?
Party.
Paper straws. That is for that'd be good for your greens in the morning.
Boba straws.
Those are bamboo.
Yeah, for boba. See how they're big? That's so you can sip boba, guys.
Okay, Ms. B is taking the boba straws.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
That is the funniest part of it. The bamboo straws.
Okay, so a little bit of tidbit that you should mention about party, and this has nothing to do with hotels. Just to go off on a side note here. Okay, is everybody from California? In Michigan, there's party stores that has a lot of things.
Like Party City.
Food. Okay, a case in point. My wife's like, "You mean Party City?" I'm like, "No, like party store. Don't you guys have party stores?"
Like Party City.
She's like, "I have no idea what you're talking about."
Yeah.
I'm like, "They have pizza. It's the greatest pizza ever. They have groceries.
What?
Yeah,
What?
they have all the alcohol you could think of. They're called party stores in Michigan, but you don't have them in
stores.
California."
Sounds
She
like a
got so
grocery
fit-
store.
Wait. Do you go and consume all of these things, or do you go and
You
buy?
just purchase them. You just purchase them. It's like
So this
convenience
isn't like a
store.
Chuck
Party.
E. Cheese for adults.
No, it's like a convenience store. But you guys don't have them, and they're called party stores.
Are they? Do they sell decor?
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
food.
Oh, yeah.
and the booze.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
How
It's like a one-stop
interesting.
shop everywhere. And like it's so funny because it blows my wife's mind every time she hears another story about a party store.
I mean, here you would have to go to Party City, okay, and then probably like
Bevmo.
What, a Costco? No, Costco. I'm sorry for the listeners. Costco is the only and best place to get booze.
Yeah, my bachelorette party was basically
And if
sponsored
that
by
is
them.
if that's news to you, you walk your booty down and go get a Costco card.
Oh yeah.
And the gas is cheap.
When my family came, she started asking questions because she hasn't been to Michigan yet. Well, she has now, but at the time she hasn't. She started asking questions, and more stuff popping up. She's like, "So what's at a party store?" They're like, "Oh, best pizza in the world." I was like, "Oh yeah." Like, "Oh yeah, you get your balloons there. You get your stuff for your party there. They got alcohol there. They got costume designs. They have costumes
so
there. They have masks
weird.
there. You can do your. They have makeup counters." And my wife's like, "What?" Until she walked into one. It was literally everything she ever
Life-changing?
hoped in her life.
Oh, that's
She's like,
so funny.
"This is a party store?" And the guy in the car was like, "Yeah, every day's a party."
That's amazing.
was
I
like,
wonder
best
if
way
our
to put it.
listener went to this party store. Thank you, listener, for all these fun goodies.
It's just the party, the whole party thing kind of remind me of that. Because you guys don't have it
That's
in,
funny.
in here. They're everywhere in Michigan.
That's
They just don't
so
have it here.
funny.
Yeah.
I've never
Just a random
even
tidbit.
heard of something like that.
Sounds like me the first time I walked into a Fred Meyer's.
What's that?
I don't even know what that is.
It's like a department store, Pacific Northwest, Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
You literally can buy everything from raviolis to shotguns to outboard motors
What?
to ATVs. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, like a Bass Pro Shop and Walmart and Costco combined?
Yes.
I need to leave my state more.
I don't know about
If-
Costco,
if-
but because it's not big
Bulk.
goods. Bulk,
Yeah.
yeah.
If all of those got together, had a baby, and then that baby only did upper body and never leg day, yes.
Nice.
Very similar.
That's an analogy I can understand.
Look, I speak to my audience. I like to break it down.
Okay, so side note, Ms. B is obsessed with,
with
the
the
18
tawny tequila. It's so
with the
tiny.
1800. Y'all had a homework assignment.
I did.
Did you fail?
The homework assignment that you're talking about is our lost and found challenge, right? So the day after we recorded,
Oh, okay.
I went to my housekeeping supervisor and I said, hey,
Give me something weird.
no. I said, hey, I know this is going to sound weird, but
I have a homework assignment.
yeah. And I didn't give her the background because I don't really,
Yeah,
I don't
of
really
course.
advertise
No.
to my immediate peeps what we do on the side, right? So I just kind of alluded to the fact that my friends and I, who are also in the industry, have a little challenge going on.
I said the same thing. I said I meet together with my hotel friends.
Yeah. And
You mean we're friends?
I'll count you.
And basically, I just played it off as we're playing a drinking game, which
Perfect.
is true.
Oh, okay. Accurate.
Yup.
Accurate.
We're playing a drinking game on the wildest thing that we can find in our respective lost and found. And she looked at me with the look of sadness in her eye and said, "We just purged all of the
Okay.
expired lost and found."
So how often do you expire it? 90 days?
So every 90 days, they go back and everything that was there prior to 90 days gets
Okay.
distributed amongst the team, and whatever's not claimed gets dumped.
And nothing within those like 90 days that had just occurred was like good enough.
Honestly, I looked through the log and everything was boring as vanilla. There was nothing good.
Okay.
So I will freely take the L on this one. Somewhere in my archives, I have photos of crazy stuff, so I can give an honorable mention, but I am not in this competition.
So my team's a little weird.
Interesting.
We log our lost and found. If it is brought up to the front desk, sometimes it kind of sits back there a little bit, but sometimes they kind of become a part of the office until they're claimed.
Okay.
So we currently have a master's degree on our wall that we've collectively
That's not yours.
yes, that we've collectively decided is our master's degree.
But like someone's name and
Yep.
their university.
Absolutely. And people go, what is that? And we go, it's lost and found. We don't know. So it's our master's grades on the wall. And then we have like random items. And this is one of those items. So this was just turned in. Like, as you said this episode,
No
like
way.
he's literally sitting there on one of the computers now. And he's a lost and found item. And
Wait,
so
he is sitting on one of the computers.
we've named him.
Okay. Is your pet? Is it alive?
We've named him Jerry.
Does it have a heartbeat? Oh my God. Wait, he's so cute.
No, he's not.
He's kind of creepy, but like
Kind
Side
of.
from
creepy.
far away, he looks kind of cute, right?
Far away looks cute.
Until you look at his face really quick. Okay,
So
so this
this
is like a
is-
long-armed like plush thing.
It is a doll of some kind. It's a
Eh,
Yeah.
No, he's
it's
cute until you
demonic
see his
looking.
teeth.
eh.
He has lots of teeth and fangs, big eyes, this pink fluffy body with yellow feet and hands, and his head is kind of shaped like a tooth.
Like it's a kind of
Right?
thing that you would think just goes at all times.
It's something that you would find in like a nightmare.
Can we make that the cover art for the episode?
This guy?
That guy.
Totally. I'll send it
Solid.
to you. So this is Jerry, and he's currently a part of our office now, next to our master's degree.
Okay,
He is
I like
really
that.
creepy.
Okay, so I think you have a winner, so I will go next.
Go ahead.
So this technically was never logged in Lost and Found. This was just something that was lost and claimed very promptly after the person found out it wasn't like in their pocket.
Okay.
Okay. So we have complimentary childcare at my facility. This parent walks in and drops off his children, and I think he sets this item down where they sign in. And he leaves. And my staff, I find all of this out very after the fact, and I have coached them on what to do differently. But he left a sort of pen that you inhale from,
Okay.
and you get the giggles from it. Are we all on the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
page?
we got you.
And so the staff sees it and pockets it. And is like, I know exactly what this is, and I know exactly who left it here. So I'm going to pocket it and see if this guy fesses up to be like, hey, I left my weed pen in here. Do you find it? So a couple days go by, and and my staff sees him again at the facility and goes, hey, have you like lost anything recently? And he's like, what are you talking about? And this is, okay, let's put it in perspective. This is like a 40-year-old male talking to a 20-year-old female. And I'm like, the cojones on her, dude.
Yeah.
You missing anything?
And he goes, what do you mean? And she goes, I think you might have left something while dropping off your kids in, the childcare area. And he's like, I don't know what you're like talking about. And she finally fesses up and like pulls it out of her pocket, which every single shift it is in her pocket.
Oh my God. That's not good.
I know.
She could get fired.
I know. And
Good
she like
God.
kind
You
of
never know.
slyly like pulls it out of her pocket and was like this. And he goes, oh my God, that's where it was. And he tells this young woman, oh, well, did you take any hits off of it? And she's like, no, but like, I didn't tell anyone you can have it back. And he goes, honestly, like, no, you can keep it if you want it. Like, I don't really like need it.
Of course.
He probably has another one. I don't know.
I would have totally made a joke. I'd be like, I meant to drop that off and not the kid.
So yeah, like end of the story. He gets his weed pen back. She's like, no, I really don't want it. Like, here you go.
Oh my God.
I think he tipped her like for giving it back, but technically it was never lost and found.
Well, I know what his is, and it fits perfectly with that story.
Oh my God.
okay.
We're
Batter up, Mike.
aligned.
So just a little backstory is I kind of heard about this. When did you tell me that? Yesterday this was going to happen, or 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
So I got super excited. So bear in mind, my supervisor, because she's amazing. She does a wonderful job. She runs a crazy department in housekeeping, and she doesn't speak a very lick of English. So I asked her for lost and found because apparently she does speak some form or does understand English.
Okay.
Come back to my office, and I got about 5,000 items sitting in my office.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I asked my front desk supervisor, I was like, why is this all in my office? And he's like, didn't you ask for all lost and found? I was like, no, I didn't. But I guess this works.
Lost and found.
And we don't throw away ours. The stuff was back from 2022.
Oh God.
So found runners up was a
Plenty to pick from.
bedpan, prosthetic
Ooh.
leg,
What?
clothes galore.
Yeah.
So I had my pick.
Chargers.
Chargers,
Oh, those
everything
galore.
could possibly
Probably
think
AirPods.
of. Yeah.
Usually just
Ton of
one.
junk.
Yeah.
But
Or the case. Just the case.
Yep.
I was going to do the prosthetic leg. I thought that was interesting. How do you lose
How do
that?
you leave without your leg?
That's that. What?
Like you have a backup like with you?
You
Got to.
hobble out and miss it?
But
What one?
Law and Order style,
Dun dun.
we got
Drug phone. A phone labeled.
I'm sorry.
Drug phone.
I'm blind.
All right, guys, we're looking at two phones side by side. Both have labels on them.
Yeah. Like from a label maker.
yeah.
And one is cracked and one is not. Shockingly, the one that is not cracked says drug phone. Do you think this was a dealer?
Possibly.
And then one that is cracked says coppers. What does that mean? Like copper? The cop?
I don't know.
Police
The
officer?
phone
We-
he calls cops on?
Pretty
have
sure.
you seen this?
Yeah.
Okay.
The solid police station's
What do
been
you
bought
think?
off for
What do you
many
think
years.
this be?
That's insane.
Maybe
They
he
were
was a
rubber band
snitch.
together.
Rubber banded together.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Maybe he's a CI or something.
a drug addict that's a snitch. So one phone that the drug dealers contact him on, and another one that he talks to
Or an-
the police through.
And then
Yeah.
that way you don't confuse and accidentally butt dial the wrong person or send the wrong text message.
But
my
it's
God.
interesting that the drug phone is not cracked, and the phone that is cracked is the one you call the cops on.
Who knows what went down?
Yeah.
And I have these, so
And I love
Big
how
up.
the label is on the screen.
I thought that was I was like, okay, there's some crazy story behind this.
That's hilarious.
Okay, I'm sorry, I have to ask. Were you tempted to like plug it in and like charge it? And
No, I don't want nothing to do with that. Pretty sure they're like purchased cops and be like, how'd you get this number? Be like, oh God. It's GPS locating right now.
just for a story. Oh my god.
It's just for a podcast, I promise.
Yeah, any hoozy.
On that note, guys, I think this is a good time to wrap up.
Mike, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This was so much fun. You have to come
I'll
back.
do the next one. Yeah, I know. I'm always super psyched to do it.
Okay, good. We'll give you another homework assignment for next time too, because you definitely won this one.
We'll text you a homework assignment. We'll
Please
think of
text me
something.
before 2 days beforehand, and I will
Yeah.
probably not have all lost and found. I was happy to know that we do have several years of lost and found still left of all junk.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I love that.
Well, with a little bit more notice, now that my housekeeping supervisor's on board, I'll be able to participate.
Okay.
Oh my God, maybe we should make this a weekly segment.
No.
Or bi-weekly.
No, maybe
No.
quarterly.
Okay.
Yeah, quarterly would fit.
Make that
Okay.
one of our quarterly goals.
Because, we purge every 90 days. So
And your
yeah.
incentive
That
will
makes
be wine
So,
and straws.
so win or lose,
Shots.
we win.
Yup.
Yes, and shots.
Love it. Shots.
Miss B, thank you for being here, as always.
Thank you for having me, guys. It's so much fun.
Bill, thank you for being our fabulous host and always
Yeah,
editing
the
the
host.
episodes amazingly.
Aw, you're welcome.
And big shout out and thank you to our listener and number one fan for all of our fun goodies.
Yeah, fun goodies.
I love
God.
it.
Straws
Thank you.
and booze.
Yes.
It's really all I need in life.
It's like 900 straws for Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Like
a typical hotelier being like something small, like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Very, very typical, like hospitality people being so gracious for anything.
I know.
Leftover banquet food, amazing.
Hey, careful. Banquet food is bomb, all right?
Yeah.
It is.
It's always good.
how I got through
On
college.
another note, make sure to check out our website. Bill, do you want to give us the info for that?
Of course. www.tftsi.com.
Yeah.
And we
Nice.
have a new email.
And if you want to reach us via email, it's og3@tftsi.com. And that is OG and then number 3.
Good thing
Oh,
you
very
said that.
cool. That's nice.
Right?
Well, we joked on the last episode that we went from being tales from the service industry at gmail.com, which is the longest possible email option I could have come up with, to now the shortest possible, which is just og3@tftsi.com.
Love it.
So thanks for joining us, and we will see you again in about 2 weeks.
Yes. Bye.
AvenuePodcast.net